Man, the Patriots picked the wrong week to play the Buffalo Bills. Yo ho ho, Bills Mafia. Welcome to yet another edition of the Dom Mafia Show. As always, your host, Dan Mitchell. Say that you're new here. I am an avid member of the Bills Mafia, and I regularly put out videos about the Buffalo Bills and the NFL on a regular basis. If that is your cup of tea, I highly recommend subscribing and joining the family. And as always, smashing the ever-living out of that like button. So yeah, Bills Mafia, I'm not foreseeing this video lasting very long. I'm going to give a little bit of an analysis. We really broke down the bare bones statistics right before that first matchup. We all understand that the Patriots have a tremendous pass rush. Their secondary, particularly on the outsides, is pretty weak, and you saw that completely be taken advantage of during that first matchup. Safeties are pretty good. It seems like Kyle Duggar is finally starting to really be that guy that they ended up drafting, but we know exactly what that offense is. So they're going up against the Buffalo Bills right now, okay? The New England Patriots, I really feel bad for them because not only are they going up against a Buffalo Bills team, but they're also going against the team that literally had one of the biggest scares that any team on the face of the planet could have experienced this past Monday. You're telling me that a Buffalo Bills team that is playing in front of their home crowd, that almost lost one of their brothers, that dealt with a mass shooting this summer, that dealt with blizzards that took lives, that the Buffalo Bills aren't about to go out there and put up 300 points on these fools? Listen, I am fully anticipating the Buffalo Bills to actually go out there and be playing with a purpose. And there was nothing that made me happier than this morning when I heard that Damar Hamlin was no longer needing a breathing tube in order to breathe, and he ended up FaceTiming the team, right? Just a little bit more motivation for this entire team to go into Sunday and take care of business. Because we all understand that this playoff picture, this playoff scenario is going to be really weird. Very, very weird, as a matter of fact. And so unless Jared Stidham can pull off a damn miracle and beat Patrick Mahomes, the Buffalo Bills are more than likely going to be the second seed. So as of now, the Buffalo Bills, this is essentially a must-win for them. But at the same time, it's a must-win for the New England Patriots, right? Say, for example, that they do lose this game. It's like a win and in. They would also need a lot of shit to happen. They would need the Jets to win. So I believe they need the Browns to beat the Steelers as well. There's just a lot of very uncomfortable things going on. I know that a lot of Patriots fans were probably hoping that we were going to rest our starters. I honestly don't foresee that happening. Maybe into the second half after we end up pulling away, but that, in my opinion, the only way that that happens is if the Chiefs end up winning on Saturday, which more than likely they're going to, but for some reason I'm just seeing our starters go out there and play that entire game with a dedication to Damar Hamlin. Now, as far as attacking that defense, like I said, we have to worry about their pass rush. I mean, Uche is an absolute animal. So he wreaked havoc on our offensive line last matchup. Of course, you have Matthew Judon, who really wasn't much of a factor, but I suppose that he's due for this time around. And so their secondary just tends to do pretty well based off of the coaching style of Bill Belichick. That's exactly why they are in the position that they are currently in right now, is coaching exclusively. He's a smart guy. So they did end up getting a bunch of other players off of the injury list. So yes, they might have a few more weapons at hand, but with Mac Jones, unfortunately, the Buffalo Bills have just seemed to be his kryptonite throughout his career thus far, outside of the Hurricane game where he threw like 3 passes. So really, I see the Patriots trying to attack our defense with a bunch of like very short passes. They're definitely going to try and run the ball with Ramondre Stevenson. Just maybe try and get Devontae Parker involved. So of course, Jacoby Myers. But really, I see this defense completely suffocating Mac Jones and them really not being able to score any points outside of their defense or maybe special teams. I really see our defense doing well, and that's even with Damar Hamlin being out. As far as our offense against their defense, I mean, I really want to see a lot of James Cook and Devin Singletary. I want to test out our run against what is historically a pretty good run defense and get that polished up for the playoffs. as always, Bill Belichick is relatively notorious, especially for the Bills these past couple of matchups, where one game he was focusing on Stephon Diggs, and boom, Isaiah McKenzie absolutely torches him. Then he switches it and he focuses on Isaiah McKenzie, and then boom, Diggs absolutely just torches him. So I think that Josh Allen is going to do his best to spread it across the field as much as humanly possible, and this entire team is about to be like statistically perfect. I mean, there's so much on the line. It's just how it is. I do know that this wasn't really a lot of analysis, but I did the exact same video just a couple of weeks ago breaking down like splits, right? Like the completion percentage under pressure, the completion percentage under being blitzed. You guys already know how Josh Allen performs around that, and then Mac Jones really hasn't changed since my last analysis. So I just sort of wanted to give you how I feel like this game is going to play out. So final score prediction, I think I'm going to go on ahead and I'm just going to, oh my God. I'm going to say 38-10. Seriously. I see the Buffalo Bills going out there and wanting to make a statement to the home crowd of Buffalo. Like literally everybody and their mother probably had one of the most traumatic experiences, witnessed one of the most traumatic experiences that they've ever seen, and the person pulled through. If that's not enough of a motivation, so to not only beat the Patriots this Sunday, but also absolutely go through a stampede all the way to Arizona for the Lombardi, I don't know what would motivate you. So I foresee and I predict the Buffalo Bills being on their absolute A game, and then making sure that they secure either that 1 seed if Stidham can pull it off, or the 2nd seed 1,000%. So Bills Mafia, do me a favor, leave a comment on what your final score prediction is going to be. Are there any concerns for this game on Sunday? It's always something to consider. Thank you so much for tuning in. Before I let you go, you better always remember, let's go Buffalo.